Pennant's gonna last about 5 games. And
Man, Pennant's gonna last the whole day. Did y'all see how that it was a reporter in one of the states spelled his name wrong? Did y'all see that?
Ooh.
For Michael Penix, he spelled it P-E-N-P-E-N-I-S.
It was on TV. Oh,
I
didn't see that.
So when they played the Cowboys, one of the fans said, "Hey, Michael Penix." I say, man, he say, "What'd you say?" He said, "My name Michael Penix. Don't do that."
Oh, for real? Oh, he was
yeah,
good in
yeah,
there?
yeah. No. It was a fan.
Oh,
they had the camera on it, right?
Oh, I didn't even see
yeah,
that.
yeah. Man, I was like, wow,
Well, at least he got a nickname.
Yeah,
At least he got a
man.
nickname.
But they know why,
Yeah.
Hey, how you feel, man? How you feel?
Good, man. How you doing today?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Man, we missed a couple of weeks or so, man, but it's good to be back.
Yeah, it feels good, man. Back on the south, man. Back on the south.
Really. Unfortunately, we had tragic event that happened, right? While we wasn't, Rocco, your dog, your man, your sidekick, yeah,
my other son,
yeah,
right hand.
Yeah. Tell us what happened.
So, subscribers, everybody listening out there, I purchased Rocco as a baby. So Rocco grew up with my grandson. In a short time, he was here with us. So he would play around, run around with the kids in the neighborhood. My grandson would have kids over to the house all the time. We have a swimming pool. We have they go back there jumping on the trampoline, just playing football, having fun, being kids. So he grew up around kids. He wasn't aggressive, wasn't out of control or anything like that.
Y'all have a swimming pool, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that you use my water to fill up?
Yeah, they charge you for it.
Yeah,
they charge you for it. Ran that bill up. So he was more than just a pet, more than just an animal. He was part of our family, and he was being trained because I was training him. I was taking time with him, calling the breeder, getting information about him, what to do, how to handle him as he's growing up. Because he's 2 years old. He's still in his mind. He's still just a overgrown sized baby. So unfortunately, August the 14th. He was shot and killed by an off-duty police officer that didn't live down the street, around the corner, that lived 2 houses down across the street. So it's like he knew where the dog belonged. He knew who the dog was for. So in my mind, the dog had to be attacking him, had to be on his property, or like that. So I'm cool with it. I could deal with that. But my dog was shot across the street from the officer's home, on the other side of the road. Killed. So this is the story. This is I had when I first heard I wasn't home. I was out of town. So this is what I got when I came home. I talked to a couple people. They had 2 people that actually 3 people that witnessed the whole scene, but they didn't get statements from those people. So at the beginning, I'm thinking something's not sounding right. Then, where the officer lives at his girlfriend's house, they have the best camera in the neighborhood. When you walk in the middle of the street, it says you're being recorded. So everybody know that. Everybody know the camera work. I could walk in front of my house on the sidewalk and the light for that camera come on. So that's number 2. And then number 3, the teenage boy who Rocco was supposedly chasing, he got on the news, him and his mom, and they both had conflicting stories. And the news guy told me that. So I had to start researching and looking deeper and deeper into what was said. So I walked down the sidewalk, videotape what Rocco was shot at, videotape where my neighbor was, where the neighbors are, videotape where the off-duty police officer was. So got on the computer, started getting facts together, looking at statements, seeing what people had to say. So the story started off, the teenager said he was walking on the sidewalk and Rocco came out the bushes. So for my house, I have a big bush, a tree, and I also have a sticky bush at the end of my driveway. So the young teenager said Rocco came out and he took off running. So if you're running and you didn't stop, because we have witnesses that saw him not stop running, he ran past their house and he was gone. It was no Rocco attempted to chase him. Yes, he did, but it lasted from my home to my neighbor's home. Rocco never passed my neighbor's driveway. Rocco never passed that, but the young teenager kept running. So the police officer was across the street. like directly across the street from where this is happening. So, from what the witnesses stated, he yelled for the boy and Rocco to stop. The boy never stopped. The witnesses said he kept running. He never stopped. But on the news, the teenager said he stopped running. A dog's chasing you. Now picture that. A dog's chasing you. You gonna stop running? The police officer's across the street on the sidewalk. It's not like it happened in front of his house. He was across the street. And by this time, the witnesses said the officer was spraying mace from the sidewalk where he is. So you can't spray mace if the young teenager is around. There's no way. You can't spray mace to him. You got to spray Rocco when he's away from the dog. So evidently he sprayed and missed. So all this time, the teenager kept running. So after he kept running, it's diffused. And that's what I'm not understanding. I'm having a hard time understanding. So to continue on, not to get off track, he sprayed pepper spray at Rocco. He missed. Rocco was too far away. The statement from the witness said Rocco sat down in front of the parked car that was at the roadway on the opposite side of the road, on our side of the road. So he had to walk closer to him. So he walked into the street and he sprayed Rocco. And that's when it didn't have to come to that. After you missed the first time, the dog was sitting down when you yelled at him, so you know the dog wasn't aggressive, but that's what they're trying to run with. Or the dog was aggressive, the dog did this. The witnesses say that's conflicting. The statements from the teenage boy and his mom was conflicting. We'll get about what she said in a minute. So between that time, everything was diffused. The officer sprayed Rocco with mace. Rocco was on the other side of the road. He's on the other side of the road. Supposedly he had his baton, which he never used. If the dog was that aggressive, you wouldn't have had a chance to do anything. He would have ran on your property or ran to you and attacked you. He didn't do, none of this happened. So it didn't have to lead to that. Your job is to de-escalate everything. And not to mention that you're off duty. What are you using your firearm off duty for anyway? I couldn't understand that either.
Let me ask you a question. Have you, because I know you walk the dog in the neighborhood. You know, I've seen you walking the dog in the neighborhood,
yeah,
up the street, down the street, right? Have that officer ever been out while you was walking that dog and said anything to you about walking the dog?
Alvin, a couple of months ago, it might have been about 4 or 5 months ago, I was walking Rocco, let him using it on the neighbor's mailboxes. I don't walk him on the side, in the yard on the sidewalk. I'm on the road, he's on the, you know, on the right before the road is. So he pulled up to the house, getting out the car. And he told me, man, you have a real nice dog. The door is open, he's talking to him. I said, man, I appreciate that.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, after all the situations he had in the neighborhood, I'm thinking, oh, everything good. Maybe he's not so bad like everybody think he is.
Wow.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Wow.
So you knew that dog wasn't aggressive.
Wow.
Because that's not the first time you've seen me with that dog. You live right across the street.
Wow.
Your son would come play to my house with my grandson in the backyard.
Wow.
My dog was tied up. If he was that aggressive, you wouldn't even allow your child in my house.
Wow.
So
he also has a dog too.
Yeah, he has a dog too. His dog have ended when he first got that dog. That dog ran across the street inside my garage because you know I leave a crack, not big enough for Rocco to get under, but a crack where a small dog can enter. So that dog ran inside my garage, and my grandson ran the dog out. And when he told me, I said, "Man, you lying? No dog came over here." He said, "Yes, I'm not lying, pops. I ran it out of here." So a few days later, my neighbor's son was at the house. The dog ran over to my house again. So I told him, I said, man, pick the dog up and take the dog home. Because they used to keep the dog in a fence. And it's a house dog. You keep the dog in the house. They had it in the backyard. And some kind of way it was getting out.
Well, that's a neighborly thing to do.
You supposed to.
You didn't use no OC spray or nothing like that. That was the neighborly thing to do. And the neighborly thing for him to do was to let y'all know that y'all dog was loose, right? You know what I mean? Dogs run the neighborhood all the time. You know?
All the time.
We see dogs are loose. There's a couple of hot dogs up the street. They never stay where they supposed to be, you know.
Yeah.
And we'll call the guy and tell him, hey.
Yeah, what's going on? And that's the neighborly thing to do.
Right.
And for you, call animal control. If you don't like us like that, call animal control. Or take your baton. You could have beat him down, broke his leg, anything.
Right.
And then come walk over the house and like, y'all come get this dog. Call the dog pound. All this could have been avoided. Because I'm thinking Rocco was across the street to his house. Because I wasn't home, but when I got home and I got the full story, the full information, and we talked about it too, Rocco was on this side of the road.
Right.
On this side, not even past the mid of the street, the middle of the street. He was on this side of the road. And that's what I have a hard time accepting. Because if he was in his yard, if he was doing anything, like if he's trying to bite any kid, he deserved what he got. I'm with that, I understand that. But you're not just go abuse your authority and just because you don't like me or my wife or anybody in the neighborhood. That's not you. That's not your place. Your job is to you took an oath to serve and protect us. Yeah, I feel like he failed that, man.
Yeah, well, he did, and at the thing, and this my opinion. It was personal. It was definitely personal.
Everyone
and so it's personal, right? And because when I saw him where he had shot Rocco, like you say, Rocco was on this side of the street, right? You live on that side of the street, and so I'm like, okay, so you took a personal thing to another level.
Yes.
I thought we had got past that a year ago.
Yeah, I did too. I thought everything was copacetic because he always have run-ins with other people in the neighborhood.
Right.
But don't take your personal vendetta against anybody, against an animal, and not just an animal against my son. Like, no, that's foul.
Well, it was real foul, because, if anything that he had anything personal, I said should have been against me. I the one told him to keep his punk ass on that side of the street and don't ever step in my name on my property. I said that personally out my mouth. Told him that, right? So, you hadn't said that to him.
Maybe but him and my wife, they had words a couple times before.
Right, but
because he had words with our other neighbor before.
Right.
Like, it's just weird stuff that you're doing. Nobody care about that. You part of this community. You're supposed to help us. We look out for you. You look out for us. It's supposed to be a great even playing field.
Neighborhood watch.
We family. We're supposed to do that. Just like I returned your dog when he came to my house. You should have did the same. Or you could have had enough decency to come knock on the door, ring the doorbell. My wife was in the house.
Well, it was too much time went by. In looking at the video, I like what Channel 2 said. It was a standoff. Of course, once you use OC spray, the dog is going to become aggressive because he can't see. His eyes he can't see. So he's just barking at what's around him, right?
And not even
he
only that.
in front of him,
When you get sprayed with OC, just think about that. You can't see. Right. You're confused.
Right.
You scared and you mad all at the same time. So he was just barking. He never, even after he got sprayed, he never ran full speed across the street. Right. He was inching and trying to find out where he was.
Well, and this is another thing, right? In their training, they be sprayed with the OC spray.
Yeah.
In their training, so they know exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Okay, if it do that to them as a human, what you think it's gonna do to an animal, right? And so my thing is, you knowing what you're doing. I've talked to 7 different police officers, showed them the video, and asked them what would they have done first. What would they have done first? What would the first thing that they have done, right? First thing that they would have done, the very first thing is tase the dog before they call animal control. That's what they was gonna do. They've been on the phone tasing the dog and calling animal control, right? Okay, that's fine. We ain't got to the OC sprays yet. They say that and the shot is the last thing that they would have done. And I'm like, okay, so and Clay County definition of a vicious dog, say because the dog is growling, showing your teeth.
Yeah, I read that.
These type of things like that don't mean that it's a vicious dog. Yeah. Aggressive dog or vicious dog, right? So by all means, right, by what Clay County is saying, the officer dead wrong. He's dead wrong.
And that's the thing. You're supposed to de-escalate everything. After the chase was over, Rocco never passed my neighbor's driveway. The witness said when he got up and saw what was going on, Rocco was walking down the driveway to the street. Right. So the threat, if it was any threat, is over. There's no imminent threat. Right. You didn't have to pepper spray him. You didn't have to do nothing. All you had to do was call animal control. Don't even deal with it. Call animal control.
Yeah.
And he also stated, this off-duty officer also stated he had another off-duty officer that was there on the scene recording also. Internal Affairs didn't know that. So it's like, that's another thing that's kind of shady. So like y'all doing shady stuff.
They're trying to hide some things.
Yes. And if we had the whole video from start to finish, they didn't want us to have it. So that's why he said, well, the video camera ain't working. That video camera working. Everybody knew that.
Well, it's about the good old boys group, and they're gonna try to cover their own, you know, and really slide it up on the rug, But man, it's all it means, it's all it means, Justice for Rocco.
Oh yeah, man. I'm not stopping until I get. I want it. I want to know why. I want to know what procedure he failed to follow because evidently you didn't do what you're supposed to do. And being neighborly, even besides the laws and everything else, being neighborly, you even did the neighborly thing. Come over here and ring the doorbell, even though you don't like somebody.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Come over here and ring the doorbell. Oh yeah. Let me go back to what he said before I get off track. Another off-duty officer was outside with him. So the off-duty officer in plain clothes told him, "Why you don't go tell your neighbor their dog's loose?" He said, "I'm not going out there. They don't like me." That's something to say, man.
So he took it upon himself because he feared, i.e., that he's not like, I'm gonna kill the dog. Well, that was premeditated. So my thing was, right, if he saw that dog loose, to me, he said, "Oh, I'm finna get even with them today. I'm gonna get even with them."
And that's how I'm seeing it, because you want to stand off for the dog. You already sprayed the dog.
Stand off.
Hey, look, it's no threat. The dog ain't no threat. You way across the street, and you're off duty. You ain't supposed to have your service weapon.
Right.
Either you coming home or you leaving. You're not supposed to use that off duty. Why you didn't use a baton and beat him? You could have beat him. You could have beat him, knocked him out, broke an arm, anything.
Right. Yeah.
I'd have walked across the street, shook your hand, and told you thank you. That's the right thing to do.
Right thing to do.
But that's animal cruelty.
That's
what they're doing.
That's all we kill.
They posted the video of Voodoo on the 3rd, but they never said this is after he was sprayed with mace. They never said that. It never showed the dog running over there. He way across the street.
Of course, if you get sprayed, like I say, with the OC spray, the environment turns very different.
Yeah.
Everything, and that changes everything. It does. A dog would get aggressive because guess what? You just done something to him.
Yeah.
You done something to him, actually. Now, my thing is, right, if you said stop, the dog stopped, the little boy kept on running, it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's
He's
over.
no one who in danger. Is anyone in danger?
No one. No one. And he could have used his baton. He had a baton.
Right.
Beat the dog with your baton.
Yeah.
And if you didn't want to get involved after you told him to stop, it's over with. Call animal control. Get him picked up.
That's it. You know, it should have been right there. Cut it.
Yes.
Animal control. They just call them. You know, hey, come get this dog right here. So you say it's aggressive, come get the aggressive dog, right?
How aggressive is he when he stands? He never ran to you.
Right.
You came to the road. You came to the road and sprayed him. You was on the sidewalk.
You came to his area.
Yes.
Right. You know, I mean, and to spray him, he had to be still.
He had to. You couldn't.
He can't, you know.
Because he missed the first time. It was too far. He was on the sidewalk, so he missed. He sprayed from the sidewalk. You ain't supposed to spray that far.
But then if you spraying OC, right? You know, the dog sitting down there.
Yes.
For what? What led to you to even do that if the dog stopped?
And the statement said, my grandson friend was out there, but it came out too late. He was going to grab Rocco, but his brother stopped him because he was spraying OC. So he wouldn't get sprayed. So man, I just need people to pay attention. Y'all see what's going on and hear both sides of the story and make your own opinion about it. And that's all I ask. Just be respectful and get in the comments, say how you feel, what you think. That's cool. I listen to everybody, period. So I just want to say thank y'all. And you can hashtag Justice for Rocco, send it all over, send it to your family members, send it to your cousins, your friends, because we need more awareness about this stuff, things that go on, and if someone is abusing their authority. So again, thank y'all, and I want to tell you thank you for holding me down, man.
Oh, yeah, man, always. But, you know, that's what it is. You know, when you see ingest, which I'm seeing this as ingest, right? You know, because I too have asked questions and asked people in the neighborhood and kept on top of certain questions I was asked, and you know, they was like, "Why you keep asking me?" Yeah, I'm asking this question for a reason, right? Because it's a reason why this officer shot this dog, and I come to the conclusion. I got my own conclusion about what it is, right? But at the end of the day, if we neighbors, then the neighborly thing to do is say, "Hey, your dog is loose," because dogs do get a loose, right?
It's all the time.
Yeah, they get a loose. Dogs do get a loose, right? And it's not like you know, like you an owner that's just letting your dog run free, right? You know, they dogs will get a loose.
And this is the first time.
I've seen these little house dogs. The door was cracking. I think I told you about this, right? And I looked around and I said, "Damn, that looked like Riley." You know, I'm like, "Dang, I know there ain't none of Riley. She in the house." I looked, the door was cracked. She had ran over to the tree. You know, and I was like, "Damn, what you doing out here?" You know, so you know, I picked up and brought back in. But dogs will get a loose. You know, and it's not to say that hey, anybody's fault, but
Yeah.
you try to secure your dog the best way you can, right? And things happen. Things happen. You know, there's no problem wrong for running because I'm quite sure you seen that dog. He's like,
That's
first thing
expected.
they gonna do is run.
Run.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So
you know.
then they said he stopped. How you gonna stop that dog supposedly?
No,
chasing?
ain't nobody,
You
man,
ain't
that
stopping
boy,
for
he stopped when he got to his house.
Yes.
And Pa was looking around, man. Make sure he ain't getting out of this right here, you know. But the other thing too, right? Have you ever been bitten by a dog?
No.
You know, I've been bitten by a dog, right? You know, and it's not a great feeling, you know, really not, right? But when the dog bit me, I got mad, really, I got mad. I went looking, I'm like, you know, and I got bit by a dog that's, I don't know how the dog snuck up on me. You know, the dog really snuck up on me, right? And I was like, man, you know, and I was like, you know, I said, man, I'm gonna get it. I said, no, it's okay, let it go. And my dad said, come in, son, you know, he took care of a little bit of little scratch I had.
What was it, Chihuahua?
No, it was a bigger than a Chihuahua. Look, probably something like that. You know, little mean thing. Now, you know, if it had been a big dog. But see, that's the thing, you know, we haven't, I'm not fit for animals, you know. I came up with animals. I had animals all my life, big dogs, little dogs, whatever it may be, you know. And I understand people do get scared of animals, you know. I seen a guy, man, see a dog in one step, jump up and out, turn around, and take off the other way. I'm like, what? You bad, you know? And just, you know, people scared of dogs, you know.
Yeah, that's all I want. I'm just fighting. I'm just fighting to the end, tooth and nail for Rocco. I'm not stopping. It's different if he was an aggressive dog, out of control. He done did all kind of stuff, ravaging through the neighborhood. That's different. Like I'm 100% at fault. He got loose. I'm at fault for that also. But whoever if he was killed unjustified, that's all I just want. I just want everything to be correct. That's all. So shit, again, thank you people. Thank everybody for the support that have been hitting me on different websites and talking to me. And I really appreciate that. And hopefully Internal Affairs can get in and do what they're supposed to do and have this thing really examined, step by step, every process, every I dotted, every T crossed. And that's all I need. Y'all keep showing me love, my family love and support, and I appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah. You know, you just want the right thing to be done, right? You know, and not, you know, turn your back, not, you know, don't turn the situation off, you know, just, you know, the right thing to be done because you own it. You own that it was wrong, Rocco being a loose. You own that.
Yeah,
you own that, right? 100%. You apologize for that, right?
Yes.
You know, and you was going to actually see the little guy to make sure he was okay.
Yeah, I know. I went over there. I went over there twice, rung the doorbell.
Right.
Nobody came to the door.
Right.
So I'm trying to run into his mom, but they say she's leaving early in the morning, so I haven't caught up with her.
That's strong. That's strong. That's good, right? That's good. That's neighborly. That's the neighborly thing to do. You know, he got to lose. You know, you checked on him to make sure he's good. That's fine. You know, so, you know, man. Yeah.
All right, man, you ready to get started?
Yeah, man, we already started. Let's go. Hey, so let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you this, right?
Talk to me.
What do you think the Saints' record is going to be this year?
This year? I think we win 7 games this year. Hear me out. I think we win 7. This is what's going to happen. The first 4 or 5 games, the first 6 games, we're going to end up like maybe 2-4, 1-5, something like that. Because we will struggle at the beginning. I think our defense going to be better than what everybody expecting. Our offense going to have bumps in the road. I think Alvin and Darryl going to have a good year this year. He will have some yards running because we will have to lean on that. But because this time we're going to need one of these quarterbacks to mature. But I think they probably going to end up going with Rattler first. They're going to have to because he's the most experienced player. But he hasn't done anything exciting in preseason. So they're going to have to speed that up because he going to have to mature quick. In order to win 5 games, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to lean on that heavily, but we're gonna lean on that running game and that defense, because that defense gonna be better than it was last year.
Defense gonna be better.
Yeah, I ain't expecting no playoffs or winning the division or nothing like that. That's not gonna happen.
So what do you think y'all really got to have work on besides the offense?
That's it. We need to work on that offense. I think that defense, we got the pieces we need. We got a lot of young guys. And now this a grow up period for our cornerback, McKinstry, that came from Alabama. So this gonna be the defense we're running now is similar to what he ran in Alabama. So he has to mature this year. Alante Taylor, he got to show who he's the man, because they're gonna have him in that. He gonna be running around floating and playing on the line. He may play some covers in the slot receiver. they're gonna have him all over the field. So we're gonna need him to show up.
Who the linebackers this year?
Demario Davis and we picked up that young guy Stutzman, but we got Warner. Pete Warner is the other linebacker. So they're a real good tandem. But we gotta focus on stopping that run more now, and that 3-4 will help us a lot. Big time, because now we could have 5 people on the line.
Did y'all change defensive coordinator or you still?
We got Staley, Brian Staley. And hopefully he could bring some of that, you know, the AFC defenses usually be tougher. So some of that 3-4 defense, most times in the NFC, we ain't really facing no 3-4. Some teams play both, but for that 3-4 the whole game, people have so many different packages now. You don't even know what defense.
It's not a basic defense anymore. Because, you know, I mean, this first time I see, they might have 5 or 6 cornerbacks on the field and one coming up. You know, you don't know whether, I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Now. Even like the defense they run in Minnesota with Brian Flores. That's what I want out here. It's crazy. It's crazy. You don't know what to expect.
Well, I guess it's whatever team that you play that week, you know,
determines
what it is. So, because especially if it's speed, you got to match speed with speed.
And that's one thing I liked about what Kellen Moore said. He said we adjust the plays you're running, who getting the ball, how we playing against what defense they run. So we playing a team in this defense. This is gonna be our base. This is what we're doing. We running a team heavy with, like you said, all the safeties backed up. Mm-hmm. So Alvin Kamara gonna run his tail off today, and that's what I like. It's a changing of the guard, get out of that old mentality of football. So that's a plus for getting Kellen Moore, but he got to make this offense go.
He was good with Jalen Hurts last year. They started off kind of rocky the first probably about 2-3 games, but after that, and that's the thing about it. You know, he was able to help him hit a stride where they didn't look back. They didn't look back.
We screwed up though. We should have drafted Shador, man. Shador should have been in the driver's seat right now, preparing him for the next move. He'd have sold so many jerseys. He's already doing that. It'll change everything in the city, man. New Orleans would have been jumping.
You're right, y'all. You know, y'all don't need a quarterback. You know?
So what you think about seeing the Falcons in the preseason? How you feel about what y'all would do?
Well, they really didn't show nothing to see, right? You know, no starters, no nothing. You know, and I kind of think that that's kind of bad, right? When you don't let them touch the field at all. You know, they need to play a series series. So really, I just see that on paper it looked great. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited on paper. It looked great. You know, I'm thinking the offense, we haven't really had a great big problem with offense. You know, we've been able to score. We got some of the top receivers, you know. What we were lacking at was the defense, man. Last year we couldn't come together on both sides of the ball.
I thought Judon was the man, you told me. I thought Judon was the second.
I mean, everybody thought Judon was the man. You know, like
how that worked out.
Was the man.
How that worked out.
Like they go get these old guys, they think, you know, after their careers is washed up, you know, they should be delivering wash machines and dryers, you know. But they are trying to get some more thousands off of their name. Man, I heard behind the signs, you know, I gave him $6 million.
I saw that, man.
Man, for what? Yeah. What they get to the fuck? You know, man, they giving away money like that shit. I'm a suit up. So I want number 3. You know,
which gonna be Waterboy?
Well, yeah, Waterboy. I think I can hold up on the line.
Hold up what line?
Oh, man, what? I can take
a line.
Somebody like that.
Hold up, picky line. Don't hold up on the line.
That's true.
You can't be I get a 3-4.
I bet I can do better than July, huh? Man, after stretching and working on it, man, I'll be in a 3-4, man, 2 point, 4 point, whatever.
Like, you know, man. Right now. Huh? You can't do this no more.
Man, what? Man, I'm saying, they want to give away money. Hey, you know, but no, man, I think with the drafting Pierce and Walker, you know, I think it's gonna be okay. They got to get them, you know, get them in there, let them get their foot wet. Pierce gonna be a monster.
I told you, he's gonna be a monster. Right? He gonna be better than the guy.
Walker, he hybrid, man. They can put him all over the field, you know. So, and that's what we're talking about, defenses, right? You know, you might see him go back and be half safety or something. You know, they can put him all over the field. But I really want to see what Penix gonna do. You know, let's see. You know, I see he got a rifle. but let's see if he can make the 10 yards, the 15 yards.
Oh, yeah,
You know, we know he can throw it over the top. You know, but can he? You know, is he accurate around that? You know, that's all Kirk could do last year was 15, 10, and 20. You know, because he said
will
he got
will
Penix,
Penix keep Cousins off the field, man? That's the question.
Yeah. What is people don't realize he's more mobile than what they think he is, right? You know, and so I think he can get out of trouble with that. The only thing is McCurry, that guard got hurt. With the tackle. Yeah. And so they say he gonna miss some significant time. And you know, he really covers his blind side. You know, so that's, you know, maybe we can get a couple of games, you know, where we get away with it, you know, and everything like that.
That's because last year that line is very important. We lost our center. He was calling out all the coverages, all the protections, and after he went down, it was over.
The line. People don't realize the offensive line, man, is very important. They especially in the trenches, right? When you're trying to go and get it, you know, you got to make sure everybody communicate. Like you say, you calling the plays, it's just like a linebacker out there. That center, just like that linebacker, you got to make sure everybody in line, you know, what's going on. Hey, we pulling. We know it's a rollout. You know. So all in all, you know, I think we're gonna be okay. You know, we got what, about 4 or 5 games at night, something like that.
Man. How many games you winning?
We're gonna. I'm gonna give us 11 and 6. Man.
Come on, man. You ain't winning no 11 games.
I'm gonna give us 11 and 6.
Who's doing good, man? You went to church today?
Man, I'm gonna give us 11 and 6,
man.
You know, I'm saying, man. I'm giving us 11 and 6.
We're just having a real good conversation.
I'm giving us 11 and 6, man.
Hey, people, y'all think Atlanta Falcons winning 11 games? Y'all getting them comments and let me know. I want to know.
I'm giving 11 and 6 because I really do think once they get together about that 5th or 6th game, because it's gonna take 5 or 6 games. That's for any teams to start getting together, right? But most important, when November roll around in December, we playing our best ball. So
you looked at y'all schedule. Do y'all have an easy schedule or a hard schedule?
It's winnable. You know, winnable. I mean, it ain't. I don't think it's so hard or so easy. I mean, it's winnable, right? You know, I mean, we play. I looked at, you know, I'm looking at it, see, but I see a couple of games, you know, like we got to go on the road. I mean, we're going to roll, and we play a couple of teams on the road, right? That can be up and down, you know. So, you know, I'm thinking it's one, but I know we're gonna win the division.
No, man, we're gonna win the division,
man. Tampa Bay ain't gonna win the division.
Crazy.
Tampa Bay already starting out with interest, man.
What injury?
Man, the safety, Winfield, he already hurt, man.
He always,
you know, and two now. Abuke, the new receiver they got from Ohio, right? Mm-hmm. You know, he supposed to be real good. I think Baker will get to it, but everybody know Baker's not consistent.
He done came to the perfect place.
Man, he ain't consistent.
He's loved in Tampa Bay.
You watch when he start playing erratic, and he be all over the place, you know. Because it's gonna happen.
Didn't they swept y'all last year?
No, we swept them.
Oh, y'all swept them.
Yeah, we swept them.
Y'all won the division last year?
Yeah, we
swept them, man. It didn't even matter. Did y'all win the division last year?
The thing is, right?
Can I ask you a question? You're going to
blame it on Cool. Cool
Can I ask you a question? That's not the question.
Cool.
Can I ask you a question?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Almost.
Did y'all win the division last year? So y'all swept Tampa, the best team in our division, and still didn't win the division.
Man, swept Tampa.
So what's going to change this year?
We got down to the Saints, and Kurt said his arm was hurt, but he ain't go.
No, we heard that arm. Yeah. We heard that arm. He came on that edge, and
I'm like, man, and then of course, cool man. And he missed the other night. I'm like, if y'all want to get that man off the field, I
hope y'all keep him, man. Y'all need him.
Now call him ice.
Y'all need him for what, man? What you call ice for, man? What you call ice?
Man, to see if you that's your kinfolk.
I love Cool. Y'all keep Cool, man.
Yeah, okay.
Cool gonna lose y'all some more games this year. Let's go, Cool. Nothing wrong with him, man. Nothing wrong with missing. You gotta learn from your mistakes. You gotta learn from your mistakes, man.
I'm calling ice.
I think Kirk will be playing by game 5 or 6. Kirk playing by game 5, game 6.
Nah, Kirk, man, you know what? Kirk gonna be the highest paid clipboard holding backup. He better turn his head like that. Get us a style with it, Kirk. It gets us down.
He
Clipboard gets
gave
us down
you
with
a
it,
style
Kurt.
shit, yo,
Man, gets us
swagging the
down with it,
circle,
man. That was, yeah. He gonna be out there swagging the
You
circle.
want to buy
with
your
that
chain like
clipboard.
Kurt too? Why you don't never wear it? You bought your chain like Kurt? Why you don't never wear it?
I don't know. I don't even know why Kurt did it. You don't know why Kurt did it. But you know what? Kurt, I'm telling you, man, that clipboard wait for him. They got a big one with his name on it, Kurt.
That's sad, man. They need to find y'all, man. That man need to be playing somewhere else, man.
Man, the man should have told the truth.
Let that man ride out on the sword, man. Let that man ride out on the sword. Let that man play.
He gonna ride out.
Let that man sit
He
down.
gonna ride out the corner and have a seat on the bench right there.
Y'all ruin that man's career, man. That's sad, man.
Hey, matter of fact, he can swerve as he come out the tunnel, man. You know, that's it. Hit it, Kurt, this for you, baby. And then take his ass right on down to the bench.
Y'all wrong.
You
That's
know,
wrong.
man,
That's wrong.
we got, I want them to write his name on the bench. This Kurt seat, y'all. Nobody sits right here in the Kurt seat.
So what happened if Penix twists her ankle or have a stomach flu? What's next?
Kurt still ain't gonna see the field.
Oh man, you crazy. Kurt gonna be in the game. What if that happened? What if that happened? What if that happened? And Kurt win the game.
Don't drink that around Kurt. He might slip something in your drink. He might give you.
I would. He had a coach, I can't play today. Kurt say, I'm ready.
You see Penix on the field and then he called timeout and run right to the. They say, where he going? Man, he running right down to the room, man. Kurt say, I got it down there.
All right, man, enough about your sorry team.
Yeah, okay.
What's the latest news you been hearing, man? What's the latest news?
Man, I hear Stephen A. and Michelle got a little beef going on.
Stephen A.?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he didn't like the way that she talked about the Trump voters, and then she said something like, she watched First Take for a whole hour, and really they sound like the real housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, he ain't like that.
With all the drama and everything right now,
Hey, but he had a good point.
No, she right and she wrong. She right and she wrong, right? I say she right, because she said they were talking loud and screaming and they don't like each other. I think she's kind of wrong about that part, because this is a debate show. You're going to talk loud and you're going to scream. But she was right. They do that. But she was right when she said it's like drama, because Stephen A. Yeah, he like drama.
The whole show about that. That's why they need all that high and all that. No, what other show do that?
Man,
you're so emotional and stuff, but like they take it, Stephen A. and them take it to another level.
He take it to another level.
And then what he do too, he always want that last word.
Yeah, because he got to be right. That's a drama queen. I mean, king. One of the two. You know what I'm saying? So now check this out, right? And he said that somebody said he should run for president. Somebody said he should run for. He said that he talked to a whole lot of people, billionaires. Even says pastor said, you don't know what God might have for you.
Yeah, but he ain't said to run for president.
He just said
that joke out of his mind. Come on, man. But people starting to think Donald Trump. Y'all nominated Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
That's how people starting to see this, man.
Well, my thing is, right. Now she have a right to say what she want to say, right?
Yeah, of course.
And he said that she was scolding the young black man for not voting for.
Some people could take it that way and take it out of context. But we as a people, we got to start listening. All we do is rah, because I'm one of the biggest people that do that. You gotta listen.
Right. Well, we talked about that early in the podcast, back last year.
Oh yeah.
When it happened, we knew that some of the young black men did vote for her. But that's her opinion. She had a right to say that, right?
Just like he do.
Right.
He do the same thing.
Exactly.
And now he can't take it when the shoes.
He talk about the Cowboys all the time, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, he parade. He talk about the Cowboys, right?
Yep.
So now that she said that they real housewives of Atlanta, right? Maybe he need to go on that.
Somebody on the panel said that too. It said similar to he's one of them housewives or something. Yeah, so I don't know if he took it out of context and thought she said it or not. Right. But somebody on the panel did say that.
Well, my thing is, right, if you give a compliment to somebody, then you shouldn't be taking it back. Say, I had considered her one of the great first ladies of America.
He's still sticking with it though.
But he's supposed to. Yeah. He should, right?
I do too. I agree with that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Because if she went around, she was winning. Yeah, hands down.
Well, I don't think so. I just don't think right then America is ready for a lady president. Because he one of the ones. I'm quite sure he voted for Trump.
You think so?
Yeah. I could. I mean, I'm quite sure he did. You know, I'm quite sure he's a Trumper.
You think so?
When he voted for Trump, yeah, I'm quite sure he's a Trumper.
Oh, that's interesting. That's stuff. We gotta research this.
Yeah. You know, and there's a lot of people that would have voted if they had been Biden, would have voted for Biden.
Biden, yeah.
But they ended up voting for Trump because it was a female,
Yeah,
right?
that's true too.
And I still stick to the thing is, you know, we got to get away from this right here.
Yeah.
We got to get away from this. You know, the females, we should get away from it. I mean, you know, the right person, she was right for the president. She was right for the
She
job.
had the experience.
Right? Yeah, you know, about 10 years ago, Terry Owens was on First Take, and he made a comment. He said Max Keller was more blacker than Stephen A.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
He was pissed off too.
Yeah, he was.
Pissed
You
him off.
know,
You agree with him?
Yeah, because I've seen things, yeah.
No, go back to the reverse. You agree with him?
Yeah, hell yeah, I agree with him. I've seen things, right, that just let me notice that, you know, Stephen A. kind of straddled the fence, man.
I noticed that.
He's, you know, you
I
got to see,
noticed that.
you know, he'll come right here. Then if you think he too far over, he go back and he do straddle the line.
And you know why? Because of that too. Because now, if you look at it, he be on a lot of political shows, answering questions and talking.
Right.
So soon, like he talking about president, it may not be president, but he's running for something.
Oh, he running for something. He running for something. They had him on one political show, you know, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody called him on that show, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And then this is where he get this idea about running for president. You know, and this time I was about to say billionaires. I told him. I talked to several people, and they told me, I'm like, man, keep your day job. Keep on hollering and screaming.
Please,
you know, acting like a housewife of an hour.
But
you know,
it's sad that we come to this average people, not even no politicians, thinking that they can run for the highest office in this country, man. That's crazy.
Well, you know where they get it from. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, come on, let's be real. If Donald Trump can do it, you know, then they figure they can do it too.
That's crazy.
That's you know, I mean, that's just it.
You want
right?
to do it?
Huh?
You want to do it?
Man, I you know what? You make me a cabinet member or something like that. Man, that's to me, that's too much pressure. You got the world, you got the whole world in your hand.
On your shoulders. Yep.
Whole world in your hand, and you making idiotic choices. You know,
it ain't even about us no more, man.
That's what I'm saying. You can either hurt people or help people.
Yep.
What president are you gonna be? Are you gonna be the one that hurt everybody, or are you gonna be the one that help people out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know.
Quick question for you, Al.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think somebody could be pro-black and still voted for Trump? How you feel about that? What's your opinion?
No, because I see the things that he's done. Now you don't tell me he's not a racist.
At the beginning, I didn't think so, but I think so now.
Yeah, I knew back sometime when he owned the buildings, right? New York. It was only certain people he let clean up. He want the black people, the Hispanics, or nothing like that cleaning up. That showed you right there, you know, that he was racist, right? Yeah. Now, when he started running for president, right? Did you hear him say hit them SOBs in the mouth?
All that.
You had cars running into crowds.
Yep.
Okay.
And then he said they had both good people.
Good people.
That was in Virginia. They got
right.
both people on
right.
both sides. No, they don't.
Yeah,
they got one full of hate trying to kill.
Full of hate trying to kill. So do you think? Now let me ask you a question. Do you think right now that as a black man, you can honestly say, hey, he's for everybody?
No, and especially you couldn't be, in my opinion, you can't be pro-black and have voted for that, especially after they came out with that 2025 propaganda thing. Like, y'all knew what he was talking about. And like, they're trying to erase everything, like, there was no slavery, this is the perfect country, it's not. Like, we got to stop playing games. Like, history is history. You can't change that, man.
Right. And so, he's getting ready to attack museums that have the slavery part in it, right? Yep. So, when we're talking about this right here and the things that he's doing, come on, man.
Yeah, he don't want Caucasians to be represented in a bad way, but that's history, that's facts. We need that. I took Nasir there like 2 years ago. It's the place is beautiful, man. I was in there. They had many people mixed, black people, white people, Hispanics, and it was good. It's good. You have to learn that history. Right. You got to look forward, but you got to know where we came from to know where you at, to know where you got to go. We need that, man.
That's right. And to try to take it away, erase
it like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
that's
erase
the thing.
it, right? Yeah.
And then they taking it away from schools. They taking the books out of the school.
Right.
Like that's too much, man.
Right.
That's too much.
So Stephen A. cannot say, hey, I'm a black power, all like this. He can't say that and then vote for this man. Come on,
that's true.
You can't do that. Either that's straddling the fence, right? That's what we're talking about.
I think a lot of people don't even know the facts. They go online, on YouTube, on TikTok and all that, and go by what people saying on that too.
So I want to ask you a question. We looking at this situation, right? What Michelle Obama was talking about, the young black man, not going for Kamala, right? Now, to this day, with everything that his administration have done and has went on, how you think they feel now?
Like shit. They didn't pay attention. They didn't do their research. Like I said, they go on all these online sites. Look what people saying. They arguing. They said this. Oh, Trump did this, and he could lie, and they believe whatever he said.
Right. So one other question too. Now put your mind as a young black man, right? What do you think voting for him was going to accomplish? What do you think that he was going to be able to do for your race as a young black man?
If you looked at it from top to bottom, nothing. He was already in here, in that seat. So he didn't do it the first time, so why you going to put him back in?
Right.
That was the crazy part. Like, he did 4 years. Nothing was no better. Things like that, presidents like that, especially on the Republican side, stock market could look good. They could do stuff. They're more aggressive when it comes to wars and stuff like that. But everything he said, he lied. I'm going to get first day one, groceries coming down. We ain't getting no more wars, all that other stuff. Come on, man. He lied about everything.
Right. So he went into the White House right after the Obamas, right?
Yep.
So they said he went and cleared everything out the White House.
He took MLK out of that, put it in another room.
Yeah.
Put that nigga in another room.
Yeah.
And no other presidents was doing that. You make movies, some pictures, put your family pictures, some stuff like that. No, let's not stand like this. I don't like it. Let's rearrange.
So that answers everybody's question, right?
Yeah, that's true. A quick question, huh? If your right hand man Stephen A. Smith was president, what would be the first thing you think he'd do?
Probably scold Michelle. Probably say, "I made it, Michelle. Look at me." Be talking all loud, all drama.
Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you what somebody else told me.
What?
Think about this. LeBron James, pack your bags, get out the country. Hey, you gonna play ball overseas? Your reign in NBA is over with. You ain't say take you and Bronny. Get out of here.
That is it. And guess what he said too, right? Man, I was ready. Boy, if that man had to touch me, man, I was like, man,
bro would have beat the bricks
that man would have knocked that damn toupee off your head, man.
I was ready. Yeah, you was ready, right? I'm about to run. I'm talking church shoes. Man, crazy. I was ready.
Boy, he was knocked that little toupee.
Bro, was 6'7", 6'8", 268.
Sit out.
Shit.
Man, yeah. But honestly, I'm with you. I think he put LeBron out of the country.
Yeah.
Probably build a little hut over there somewhere. Man, this is for y'all right here. Build a hut. Say, hey, y'all build a hut in the middle of the island, and there ain't no way over there. You go by boat, but they take everything.
Take your family and brother.
Yeah, y'all thought y'all was living good. You gonna stay in a little hut over there. Man, I'm like, man. Yeah, he probably do something like that, man.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And politics taking over everything.
Man.
In sports, like we don't have that in sports, man.
When now see, this is the thing, right? Okay, you're the president, right? But you worried about the Washington Redskins, the Commandos thing, right?
Yeah, get it right, right? Get it right.
Yeah, and then you worry about the Indians thing, right? I'm like, man, should you be stopping that war?
Yes. Yes, that needs to be your number one
goal.
And he be lying about a lot of that stuff too.
Right.
India got into it with the other country. Yeah, I called, I got them to stop. That man said, no, you didn't. No, the minister from there said, no, you didn't. You lied.
Let me ask you. They met in Alaska, right? And this man came back and said, yeah, Putin said that you should have it in mail-in votes, right? You should cut that off. Putin said it now.
Putin said it.
I'm like, man, this man.
That's crazy. That's what I do. I don't really like fighting them lines all that. I mail in.
So let me ask you this then. You think that if Stephen A. will become the president, right, will he have a seat for Donald Trump and Putin?
Shit, you better not, man. Hey, don't convince me otherwise, man. You better not. Shit. You better not.
Man, he said Donald Trump said he should run for president.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, stop the madness,
I'm
man.
for real. Said
Stop
Donald
the
Trump
madness.
said he should run for president.
Why people
Don't
think
you
this man
spare-
is so brilliant?
You was mad that shit. Boy, it's brewing up, man. I'm telling you.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's filling his head up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he will be saying, Putin said do this right here, and Trump is one of my advisors.
All right, man, come on, man. Let's wrap this up, man.
Man, yeah, man.
You got me hot talking
Boy,
about
man, that was real good, man. It's time.
Yeah,
What?
man.
Boy, time go by so fast when you're having fun. Hey, people, thank y'all for listening. Remember, hashtag Justice for Rocco. Thank y'all very much. Hey, get in the comment section. Let us know. Subscribe. Let us know, right? Inside the Real Room Podcast.
All right, peeps, we out. Y'all, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in today. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.